Hi Leo, this is your general tarot reading for Leo's Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of August, which means that it's Leo season. This is your season, baby. This is where the sun is coming home. Yeah. So because of that, I have to do it. I have to sing. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Leo, who's born in August. Drum roll, fanfare, orchestra, big round of applause, ovation. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday Leo. This is your time to shine. This is the Leo season. This is where it all kicks off for you, where you start again in your new astrological year. Starts brand new, baby. So let's start brand new by shuffling these cards and do what we always do, waiting on the right ones to come out for you, my love. And in the meantime, let's talk about the energies that you might be feeling as the month goes. So we have to first talk about that big lunar eclipse that happened at the end of July. Yeah, the Aquarian lunar eclipse. I'm sure you felt it. So how did you feel it? Well, you felt a great need and desire to have a real look at your relationships, at your partnerships, at the people that you do business with one-on-one, anybody that's in your core group or inner circle. And man, they might have been testing you. They might have been really testing you. And there's a moment as we go into August now where Leo says, only one person here wears the crown. It's my birthday. The crown goes on my head. I've bowed down to all of you for too long. I've tried to keep the peace with all of you for too long. I've tried to accommodate lovers, partners, everybody for far too long because I felt that that's what I needed to do to bring balance into my life. Crown. King, queen, me, jungle, top of. Let's remind everybody who's in charge here. Let's remind everybody who's the boss. And that's Leo season. You're the boss. You're standing out there and you are making your roar heard. You're making all your little harem, all your little community of people look at you now and you're going to say, I've had enough. I've been very patient. I have put up with a lot from you. I have done pretty much almost the impossible to try to make you happy. Now I'm turning all that attention back to me because I'm going to make me happy. And if you challenge that, or if you step on the royal garment on my train, you're going to hear the lion roar. And by God will you roar, Leo. By God will you roar this month. Because as I said, you've done enough of accommodating other people. You've done enough of being the diplomat, of being the peacekeeper, trying to keep everybody sweet, trying to keep everybody happy, trying to avoid catastrophe also. But with a lunar eclipse in Aquarius, it's not always easy to avoid catastrophe. Yeah. And look what card came out. Catastrophe. Cat. Like you. The cat. Catastrophe. Yeah. But you build up after this catastrophe. You become more you. You become more in control. You remember that the sun shines on you, because that's what you have been doing, Leo. You've been taking that gorgeous sunlight and shining it on other people. And I understand why. I understand why. You've had so much going on. You've had a lot of stuff where you've been really trying to organize your life. You've been dealing with some health issues. You've been dealing with some real knowledge that you are transforming. And transforming on a very, very profound level. You are becoming somebody else. You are going to very soon be somebody entirely different. And your idea was, well, look, while I'm going through all of this real heavy duty inner work and this stuff that's going on with me, the best thing and the most sensible thing I can do is at least keep the people around me in a state of calm. Because if they're in a state of calm, then I'm less troubled. I can get on with doing this deeper inner work. But the lunar eclipse just won't let you compromise like that anymore. No more compromise, Leo. No more trying to sit on the fence, trying to please everybody. In work, had you been doing that? Had you been saying, well, I see your point of view, but I also see their point of view. And can we work something out? Did it work? Not really. Or with friends, yeah, I really would like to go to this bar or this club or this restaurant, but I understand that you don't like it, so let's compromise and we'll go to your place. That's not compromise, that's caving in. That's just doing whatever it takes to keep the peace. But peace can't be kept anymore. Can't. And certainly when they hear that lion's roar, as I said, they'll all know that the peace has gone. There's a rumble in the jungle and you're making it, baby. Look, your birthday month, the sun shining in Leo, Mercury retrograding in Leo. Some of you might be taking this opportunity to have a really rethink about how you celebrate your birthday this month or this year. You might be saying, Ma, I've done that before, I need something now that really celebrates me, but in a different way. Like every year, if you'd had a kind of a big dinner with family, friends, in a place that you usually like to go to, you're having a little bit of a rethink. You're saying, I remember 3 years ago when I did that, there was a bit of a fight afterwards. Maybe I should do something entirely new for my birthday. Change it up. Maybe invite different people. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe because it's in your first house, because your whole demeanor is now being completely lit up from every celestial angle, that you just want to shock everybody with a new look. Change your hair, change your clothes, wear some new jewelry. Yeah. Or for some of you, you could be taking off some jewelry. Yeah, you can't ignore that fact either. Some of you might have realized that some relationships may have to either come to a complete end, the ring comes off, the necklace that you were going to wear forever because you love them may have to come off. Because unless they change their behavior towards you, unless they start, not being just take, unless they start giving, you're not going to play anymore. So for some of you, it could get very serious, where you say, I'm not playing your game anymore. I'm stepping out, standing out. I'm shining this month and I will be so attractive that I can have my choice of lovers. So step up or step out. Yeah. For those of you who aren't in a relationship, there is that element of you kind of dropping some of your expectations of what your real partner should be. I know, there are moments in our lives where we say, my partner has to be this, they have to be that, they have to behave this way, they have to blah, blah, blah. And there's a certain set of rules sometimes that we say, they can't come near me, they can't cross this threshold into the lion's den unless they're prepared to be this person or behave this way towards me. And perhaps there's a moment where you just look at this month and say, is that realistic? Does that make me seem not like a not nice person? I mean, if somebody else had a bunch of rules and I approached them full of love and I had to step up and checklist all their rules, would I be very impressed with that? Probably not. The sun wants you to be more soulful, to allow your soul that's deep inside come on outside. So what's in your soul? Well, the sun is in your soul. So it's now all about shining outwards. What the things that matter to you, the things that you really care about. For some of you, I mean, this is a month where you could get great success if you're working on projects, if you're working on something. And later I'll talk about this, but if you're doing something within the community or with your brothers, sisters, neighbours, or something like that, or with acquaintances, not very close friends, you could see a success coming there. Very much so. Very, very much so. We'll talk about something else now, because that's really the energy. You're going to be shining. Things that you touch are like Midas turning to gold this month. And you're more confident. That's what's needed. I hate to see Leo without confidence. And I've spoken to you about this many times. You've been knocked. You've got two heavyweight fighters in there, Saturn and Pluto, in your 6th house. So you may have felt that people and situations were coming out of the woodwork to attack you a little bit. Maybe you discovered people who you thought they were your friends turned out to be secretly not your friend. People who just behaved badly and criticized. And you were in this mode of, I must try harder, I must work harder, got to try, got to work, got to wake up, schedules to keep, places to go, responsibilities, got to work. And it's hard. And I can see how that would take some of the shine away. But now it begins, the new you, the new sun in Leo. It's where you are allowing some of the heavier pressures come away this month, and where you're indulging. And where are you indulging? Definitely 3rd house, Venus in the 3rd house on the 6th of August, where you will just love inviting new people. Now, they may not be close friends, but people that you meet, people that you might work with, or that you, in your job, you just, I don't know, people that you communicate with on the telephone and you never get to really hang out with them, but you say, look, it's my birthday. I know we talk all the time, but would you like to come to the party, or would you like to do something? It's about getting a bunch of people, perhaps, like I said, who may not be close friends, but getting a bit of fun from them and enjoying pleasurable times with them. You might be really touched, actually, by the kindness of people who are just on your periphery, neighbours, people in your community, people that are friends with you on social media or Facebook. They might write you a nice message and say, you know, I really appreciate you, or this. And there's moments of, I didn't know that I meant that much to them. I didn't know they cared so much. Issues for some of you regarding siblings, brothers, sisters, cousins, things like that. If there have been any problems there where you have been the one always trying to keep the peace, know that it runs a little bit smoother this month. The words that you say and the attitude that you have this month might see some problems resolved. You have the gift to resolve any tensions this month, it seems, with brothers, sisters, neighbours, people in your community. So that's a nice energy. But certainly people online, I think that you might be getting a great source of love and validation from somewhere on the internet. Like I said, maybe just your social media page. People will just like what you're doing. Now the moon comes out. Okay, the sun in Leo. Leo, we usually get the sun coming out for your tarot, and instead we get the moon. So, excuse me, let's focus on this moon. Okay, we have a partial solar eclipse, okay, happening on the 11th of August. It's a new moon in Leo. And what might be happening here, Leo, is that you're having a real big rethink about your identity, about who it is that you put out there in the world. And you're gaining more and more confidence with it. And particularly around the 11th of August, you will see, this is why I spoke earlier about having sets of rules for lovers, or having sets of boundaries for people to be your friend or whatever. You might see around the 11th of August how that might not be working to your advantage anymore. And you might loosen up a little bit, and you might put a new face out there. A new face out there. Are you doing something around the 11th of August, Leo, where you are being the face of something? You are the face of a group, the leader of a group. You are the representative. You are the one who speaks up. You are the face to the brand. Yeah. That could be very successful for you this month if that's what's going on. If it's your face and your image and your character, who you are, that is pushing something maybe within your career or pushing some project that you're doing, 11th of August is a win. A win. Yeah, I love that. We're waiting on 4 more cards here, Leo. Let's talk about some other things. If you're communicating anything, again through social media, or if you're in the business of communications, event organizing, PR, selling things to somebody, working on social media, you know, there's an element where the things that you communicate will just be really received very well. People are going to say that you're beautiful. Now, you are beautiful, there's no question about that. But this month, you just have a little extra little bling around you. People are going to see it, and you might be attracting very interesting people. You might be attracting people who want to network with you, who want to include you in things, who want to bring you in on a project, they're enthusiastic about you this month. You could get lots and lots of offers. So that's really nice. And lots of nice things happening for your birthday. Again, if you engage with this energy, Leo, one of the nicer things that could happen for you is that you do lots of small things with people. Sure, you might be having that big Leo party, and if it's a big birthday, I wish you a wonderful big birthday. But if it's just a kind of ordinary birthday, if there's such a thing for a Leo, you might find that it's broken up into parts. Sure, you might have your birthday dinner, but there'll be a meeting somebody for coffee, meeting somebody for lunch, and there'll be gifts and there'll be things, and it'll be like every second day there'll be somebody wanting, hey, let's go watch a movie, or hey, let's do something, grab a quick drink after work. So that's really sweet. It boosts your confidence. And as I said, Leo, of all of us in the zodiac, of all of us, I think you have been feeling the pressure. Everybody's been feeling pressure one way or another. I say this to you often. But it's such a pressure for you when you can't shine in the way you want to. But this month you are. Waiting on 3 more cards. Mercury going direct in your first house, yeah, on August 19th. It's all about flow, communication this month. Whatever it is, you're writing, your emails, you're selling, you're communicating, you're getting your ideas out there. It's gold this month, gold. So it's all working towards then the sun going out of Leo on the 23rd of August and into your second house of money and finances. So something could really trigger, kick off this month, Leo, that by the 23rd, you might see a new opportunity to make money. You might see your money grow somehow, your status grow somehow, your confidence, certainly your confidence and self-esteem is growing. Absolutely. Yeah. But there is an opportunity to make money around the end of the month. And you should grab it. You should go for it. Take it. I would if I were you. And I know everybody's different, but if there is an opportunity to make a bit of money or to reel in the money, take it, baby. Take it. I'm talking about Venus being in the 3rd house, and this is quite a 3rd house card. This is Mercury. So I see that there's an influence of Gemini this month. Some of you could be really attracted to a Gemini this month. They're featuring here very, very much. If it's not a love relationship, do Geminis are great people to be with at a party because they keep it moving, they keep it going, they keep the chat. You might be having a party and you're saying, I want this party to work, but some people, they don't talk to that person and that person gets shady with that person. And this is where you need this Mercurial Gemini style energy where they'll come in and just talk to everybody and bring everybody together and get the gossip going, get the things moving. So perhaps it's worth bringing that Gemini to your party. 2 more cards. Okay, slow cards. They're slow all this month. All the readings are quite slow, and I think I know why. I might do a little video about this on my Facebook explaining why. Waiting on one last card, Leo. It's the 26th of August. There's the full moon in your 8th house. Could be a moment where you kind of resolve a little bit of stress about, for those of you in a relationship, about your partner's finances, worrying about other people's money. Some of you, Leo, may have found yourself so struggling for money that you may have depended on a supply of money from somebody else, through family, through child support or things like that. And there is a kind of issue around this towards the end of the month where you may have to tackle a tricky situation around a supply of money, but we won't focus so much about that this time. Full moon in Pisces could mean getting very emotional, getting very intuitive as well about how to bring in extra supplies of money. You have a job, you want to see a sideline bit of action happening so you can get a secondary income somehow. And you're putting a lot of thought into it, you're putting a lot of daydream energy into that towards the end of the month. Yeah. Can't ignore the fact, while we're waiting on the last card, that there is Black Moon Lilith hanging around your relationships at the moment. Yeah. And she could make you feel like the person who has been wronged or the person who has been scorned in relationships. And she sometimes looks for revenge. And if that's you, Leo, there is never any luck in seeking revenge against another person. Let karma do its thing. Let karma do its thing. By all means, protect yourself. But as I said, don't go all crazy and let out the wild dragon in you to somebody else, because it's not energy you need. Rise above it, baby. Rise above it. If the last card doesn't come soon, I will have to choose it. Okay, I will choose it. And you know why? Because I want to give you a birthday card from me. I hope it's a good one. No, I'm not calling you a fool, Leo. I chose this card for you, the Fool. Shady. No, this is a wonderful card, the Sun on your back. If I didn't pick the Sun, this one's as good as. The Sun is on your back, you're beginning again, starting over. See, I did actually give you a nice birthday card. Leo, let's do this thing. Let's have your birthday cards, like magic, da-ding, showing up there on the side so we can read. Okay. This is the energy here with the first card of Earth moving like fire, slow molten lava, simmering, brooding, a lot of inner tension, a lot of inner sexuality, a lot of inner feeling that needs to come out powerfully. It's quite primal. It's slow and steady. It's that very primal sex appeal that you have, that you're now exuding, and it's coming out this month. You're bringing it out. Could be bringing it out to a Pisces. You could also be bringing it out to another Leo. Some of you might be very, very keen on another Leo because this is a new moon card and the new moon is in Leo. So there is an element of being very, 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 I don't know, feeling that smoldery, smoky energy perhaps for another Leo. Or for a Pisces, perhaps. Or it's quite scorpionic too. I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to pull all the names out of the hat because you really can have it any way you want this month, Leo, so it seems. But slow and steady wins the race here. You are not taking any crap from anybody anymore, that's clear. But instead of going in like a crazy person, you're more in control. It's like there's a slow fire burning in you. And this slow fire is pushing resistance against anybody that stands in your way, which is actually more powerful for you as a fire sign. That smouldering power of saying, it's like saying, I could roar at you or I could bite you, but you're not listening because I've tried that. This time I'm using and channeling all my inner power to push you all the way far from me. So it's that kind of energy. Also, in terms of your money, this is a good month. You have a little plan to bring in money. It's maybe starting a small business. It doesn't have to be anything on a very big scale, Leo. It's something small. You're recognizing how you can bring in the coin. And as I said, it doesn't have to be some grand big adventure. It's slow and steady. And money seems to be coming in this month for you in a more steady pace. Sure, you might not be getting big checks and things like that. Maybe you are because the sun is there, but it's more the energy of seeing your money being more slow, steady, secure. So that's a good thing for you, Leo. It's a very good thing, because didn't we say last month that you might have gone a bit wild financially last month or last year? And this, it's like you're making that vow to yourself, as we said last month, about you saying, I'm going to be smarter with my money. Okay, I love my luxury things. I love getting the latest bag, the latest makeup, the latest this, that, or the other, but I'm going to play it a little bit smarter. Maybe I can figure out ways to get all the things that I want. Not illegally, I'm not saying that, but I can figure out smarter ways, maybe network with people who are in that business so that we can work something out and get wholesale prices or something like that. It's you're getting smarter with your money. And you're saying, I will never allow my bank balance to get that weird again. So that's your birthday gift to you, which we spoke about last month. There's also the element of money coming to you from a hidden source. Now, I know we're dealing with that at the end of the month, but some of you could, it's like money from another person. Now, it is your birthday, so I do expect you'll be getting money, I do hope so, from other people, but there's a transformation, an increase in money coming from a hidden source or an extra source. So that's quite a nice thing to be happening for you, Leo. More money, definitely, that's a good thing to be happening. Here we have also the card, a scorpionic card, but it's the card of digging deep, going deeper into your intuition. Now, where would you be doing that? Okay, 8th house at the end of the month. Okay, Neptune trining Jupiter. You're using your intuition in a family matter. There could be an issue around family finances, family money, family property, or family heirlooms. It could be something like your grandmother's ring or something like that. There might have been a bit of a battle there between you and somebody else. And you're getting smarter. You're learning how to deal with this. You're using your intuition. You're pulling back. As I said, you're moving more powerfully this month, and you will win. It seems you will have it. You will have something that was lost to you will return. Or something that it seemed like it was going to be taken. I don't know, I'm going with this. This cannot be for everybody because it's quite specific, but I have to say it. If there was a family member who was trying to spend family money or squeeze in and try to corner off something in the family that has a value, and you're saying, well, hold up, hold up, hold up. You don't own that. That's not yours. That's not yours. And slowly and steadily, and using great wisdom and intuition, you're figuring this out. And luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. Something very intuitive is also going to bring you in money. Last month, you had a lot of psychic energy. Maybe you've tapped into that and you said, you know, maybe part of my side business could be channeling, could be working with occult things, tarot, runes, crystals, healing, being empathic in some way, being a healer even, being a shoulder to cry on, being a counselor, something like that. That there's a great, you're carrying this through somehow, healing. It's like you have healed something about yourself, and now you can bring that out to the community and perhaps make money with that, being an inspiration. Maybe even it's something as simple as giving a public speech about, this was my journey, I've been to hell and back, and now here I am, and let me tell you my story. So you could be doing that in public or on a blog. These are quite specific, I know, I have to go with it. What do I do? This is what's coming. Now, beside that is the card of you defending yourself so well and holding the higher moral ground. You're working, Leo. You've been doing everything to hold your position. Maybe your position in work was under threat. Maybe your position in your relationship, your whatever it is. Maybe somebody else was coming in and, you know, challenging the lion or the lioness to be king of the jungle somehow. Maybe even with a lover, somebody else muscling in there, and you were defending. And yet here it is, beside this card, the card of calamity, disaster, the structure breaking down. This could mean a few things. Some of you could have been really working so hard at defending a relationship that was falling apart. And you've been holding it together, you've been keeping it together, you've been working to not see it crumble. But something has to give this month, my love. At this point you have to say, is it worth it? Am I going to have to keep defending this relationship, keep fighting for it, if I'm the only one fighting for it? Now maybe the answer is yes. I can't answer that, Leo. You have to answer this. Is the relationship you're defending worth it? Because it seems like it's falling down. Seems like it's falling down, and it seems like it should. Lunar eclipse is closing the door on some relationships for you. Does it hurt your pride in such a way that you have to defend their bad behavior? You have to gloss over, there's nothing wrong in this relationship, everything's fine, everybody look away, go do your own thing, everything that's happening in my world is fine, get away from me. But inside it's crumbling. Something has to give you. The relationship is either going to work or it's not. And it can't be all on your shoulders. You can't be the only one trying to make this relationship work if it's not happening. Okay? And for those of you who are in a relationship that you really do want it to work, there's an element here too of saying, face the problems. Don't try to gloss over it and pretend it's all fine, I'm keeping it together, I'm going to fight off anything that intrudes here. Stop and say, why do I need to do this? What's gone wrong in the relationship that I find myself constantly having to battle to keep it standing upright? We need to talk. We need to discover why this is coming up, and we need to resolve it. Because as I said at the start of the opening there, you've been putting so much effort into keeping the peace, defending something that now has to be addressed. Is somebody else trying to pull your relationship down? That somebody else could even be your partner. Is their behaviour a threat now to your relationship? And as I said, the first thing you need to do is stop protecting it, stop defending it, and stop pretending, oh, it's fine, it'll pass over, it'll be fine. Address this, baby. Address this once and for all. Yeah. Now, it's interesting because could some of the battles in this relationship be about money? Because we have money cards going on beside this here, and then it's followed by the moon, which is all about, you've money sandwiched. I don't know if you can see it up there. We finish with the tower, we have 2 money cards, and then the moon. So between the tower and the moon, which are very unpredictable and shocking, things coming tumbling down, things that are hidden, we've money. Hidden money. Is somebody hiding money on you? Somebody trying to take money on you? Did somebody steal money on you, Leo? Somebody's trying to take something. Or somebody's doing something very, very shady with money. Money was handed to you. Something was given to you. It's yours. And yet here you are feeling that you're left without. So this is why I think something that was rightfully yours has been somehow taken away from you, and you're feeling left out. You're feeling, how did that happen? I had lots of money, now I've no money. Or this was promised to me when a person passed away, maybe. That was promised to me, and where is it now? Who took it? You know, it's that big question you'll be dealing with mid-month. Could be a family member. But something was handed to you, and I think it will be returned to you, and you won't be left feeling outside anymore, left outside. Now, to just change this up a little bit, you are being handed a new soul. I mean, the sun in the first house, the sun is the soul, what the soul needs, your persona, your spirit. And now you're being handed money, you're being handed glory, you're being handed success. And it's almost like this new chapter that's coming in August takes you out of feeling like you've been... Don't we often get this card, Leo? It takes you out of feeling that you're left out in the cold, that you can't compete with other people, that you're poor, that other people have money, other people have nice things, and that you're not in that group, you're not in there where all the good stuff is happening. Well, I think with your birthday, the universe gives you a gift of making you see it all differently, firstly, and giving you a new opportunity to make money so that you can rise better, get into a kind of a social scene that you want to get into, Leo. It's terribly embarrassing for anybody, but for a Leo, it's very embarrassing if a bunch of people come up and say, Leo, it's your birthday. Do you know what we all should do? We should all hop on a plane and go off to a sunny place. And you're saying, I would love to do that, but I've no money. I can't afford that right now. And the embarrassment comes where these people do have the money or the time or something to do these things, and you're making excuses and you're saying, oh, maybe next month, we'll do it another time. Great idea, thanks for that, but let's get drinks instead. Because you can't say, I don't have the frickin' money for your great ideas. I'd love to, but I mean, I just don't have it. So don't let anybody pressure you this month, Leo, into trying to spend money that you don't have, and then you feel all broken about it afterwards. And feeling down, because this is all about building yourself up. Build up the confidence to say, sorry, let's do that another time. I've stuff to be getting on with here. And in your head you're saying, keeping my money. I'm saving my money. I'm not spending like that anymore. Now, here's the moon. Something sudden, something unexpected. It's also something that you have some fears over and some anxiety over. And here's a card of the past. looking back on the past, but looking back on the past with a sense of happy memories. Is there something going to challenge a happy memory this month, Leo? Happy childhood memory, happy past memories, maybe in a relationship. You might, maybe with some relationships that you're letting go of, you may have to have a total review and say, I thought we had great times together. I loved when we went on vacation together. I loved when we did all these things together. I mean, when I think of this person, I have such happy and positive memories. But here comes something hidden. Here comes something shadowy. Here comes something saying, you made that happiness. It was you. All those happy memories came because you brought that to the relationship. It was you doing all the work. And there, like I said, there may be a time where you, in August, where you realize that and you say, have I been a bit of a fool? I thought we were all in this together. Turns out, when I look back, maybe through a dream, maybe through a vision, maybe when you have a quiet time, quiet space, in your solitude, you go, gosh, now that I look back, I can see that most of those happy memories were because I made that happen. Now, before I proceed, I need to say to you that while there are some negative things happening in these cards, this is a positive month because you're getting to see great truths about yourself, other people, where you stand, and where you might have been losing confidence, where you might have been losing money, where you might have been defending a relationship that should have gone a long time ago. Wasted energy. Now you get back into your own sense of self-confidence and being self-assured. You come out a different person. You come out knowing what you want now and not settling for anything less. So do you see how, even though the things I'm saying might seem negative, they're all trying to get you to arrive back to that point where you say, this year, things are going to be different. And you have more confidence, pride, dignity, the whole thing, the whole gamut, the whole Leo, you know. And when you do, you see the potential, you see the possibilities, you see, this is the card of stepping out of the darkness and seeing new potentials, believing that you can have anything. You see what happens after you go through all of the things that are seemingly negative. When you face those situations, you come out believing again in what you can bring. It's your confidence. It's particularly with relationships, partnerships. You're saying, I won't be fooled again. I just need the best of the best from now on and nothing less. And here we have the magician saying, the magician, of course, arriving for your birthday with his magic wand. I grant you wishes. I grant you 7 wishes. And those wishes are fine wishes. They're the wishes that you want to carry into your future. And he's saying, I can take you there. I can take you there. Clear off all the stuff that we've been talking about. Once you clear that out and start wishing and dreaming and believing in your potential again, then I can take you wherever you want to go. Again, some of you might be helped by a Gemini this month. A Gemini might be able to show you what the avenues are that you once thought were closed to you. There's something about this energy, Leo, where you felt that something in your life was now closed. Doors were closed and your options were closed. The magician is here, giving you your birthday magic trick and saying, no, it's only beginning. It's only beginning. Now, we end with the Hierophant. This is a Taurus card. Some of you could be ending a relationship with a Taurus or a Scorpio. I'm feeling that. Or if you're not even cutting them off, it could be the essence of you saying, I'm going to do this differently. We have to change things up. I can't continue with this behavior of yours, you know. And this card did come around this way. Sometimes that's the element of somebody being too opinionated, too, that it's their way or no way. And I think that's what you may have lived under, Leo. Too many people saying, this is my house, this is my way, this is the way we do things here, this is my office, this is my thing, this is how we do it, you do it, if you don't do it, there's the door. And you're just saying, I'm free of that now. I'm free. I'm free. And this was my birthday card to you, my love. That freedom that comes where you have realized where you may have been a bit foolish in relationships before, where you may have allowed other people walk on you before. You're not a doormat. I mean, you know those old rugs, awful things where they used to make them out of tigers and lions. I mean, that's what you had been. You'd been just a rug, a beautiful lion rug on the floor, and people came in and walked on you. Excuse me? Leo, get up off that floor. Get up off that floor and never let anybody walk on you ever again, and be free of it. The Fool here talks about having the sun at your back. You're being guided now to go into your future. Free beginnings, new beginnings. If you come across anything this month, Leo, where there's an opportunity to start something new, you take it, my love. You take it. And that's where you should be going. Leo, my birthday beautifuls, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful month. Wonderful, and you will. You will be spoiled, you know. You will. And I'll leave it at that. And if this is the first time seeing my videos, then please subscribe. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, She Bear Tarot. And come back next month. Come back next month, because I sense it'll be all about the money next month. So do come back. And in the meantime, Leo, I'm going to leave you with a big, big birthday kiss. Mwah! And as always, all my love. Leo, until next time.